Hello. Let's turn the mic up a little bit. Up. Hopefully that's better. Hopefully you can hear me. Hello, my mateys, scallywags, and friends. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. We made it halfway through the week. Indeed, halfway through the week. Happy Wednesday. I hope your day was good, but hopefully It was what you needed it to be. My day today was filled with, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe my day. Lazy. I woke up with a headache just like right here, like right behind this eye. I can hear you and I see you. I mean, that's important that you can hear me and see me. Just saying. But I woke up with like a really excruciating headache. I was sore all over. We went swimming yesterday, and your girl's very pale. I mean, I wore a hat, sunblock, and everything like that, but I think I should have reapplied sunblock, and I didn't. So, like, part of my chest is sunburned, and, like, my shoulders are a little red. So I'm like, so I've just been trying to, like, nurse that. So I woke up, I took a shower, I made some coffee, and then I did some self tanning on my legs because my legs were really pale. And then after I rinsed it off, not this red, not like this red. It's red, but not like super red. Anyways, and then like I laid down, and then just like the day, I've done nothing this whole week. I know it's good to just like not do everything at once, but I am programmed to always having to do something, and I just felt like I haven't been able to do that. So thanks for contributing to the Final Fantasy XIV drink and food streaming cosplay challenge. Drink this evening, it's my favorite concoction. We got a little bit of vodka, we got a little bit of creme de violette, and ginger beer. I can't remember. And I know that looked really weird how I was drinking it. I didn't want to get black lip gloss all over the straw. So, oh, I worked on next Friday, and I'm gonna try and remember. Really good about remembering this. Next Friday, July 1st, 1st of July, I'm gonna be doing the Phasmophobia Ookie Spooky stream. Have a wheel, and minimum amount to spin the wheel is going to be 100 bits. I'll make a little, kind of like I have this, like I'll make a little thing saying 100 bits spin the wheel. I'll try and plan out a few other things. I'll try and make like a little thing to post on like social media. Maybe I'll work on that tomorrow. I've been doing like other things lately. I got sort of like a creative burst, and had like an idea to do some like voice recordings and things like that. So I worked on that pretty late last night, but I worked on the wheel to basically sabotage me. And I'll try and sort of like get as many things on the wheel, so that way it's not just sort of like the same thing over and over again. So like one I thought is reading one of like a ghost story, so like something maybe like short, like from like Are You Afraid of the Dark, that sort of thing, stories, and like while I'm like ghost like in there hunting, read a ghost story, or just look at chat and chat tells me which way to go. Which I got that idea from Benji Salmon, who congratulations to that guy. He's partner. I'm so happy for him. Oh, and there goes Boy Kiddo. So, yeah, that's next week. Pretty excited about it. I'll hammer out details here. I don't like doing food things, but maybe we'll do food things. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. So, let's get set up here. I got my pens and pencils, have the notebooks, have my green mat. So let's get the desk arranged, the camera arranged, and we'll go from there. So I hope everyone, again, like I said, had a rad day. I know there's so many fantastical things going on with Twitch. So like always, if you're lurking, and you're bouncing back and forth between streams, I do appreciate you hanging out, I know my energy can be kind of down here. Um, but anyways, let's just get to going, shall we? All right. So where we left off last time or Sunday was the had to throw what link? Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, well, thank you, I guess. Yeah, I normally, and listen, I think I post in Will's, in your Discord because, like, you're my husband. So I feel like, yeah, I'll just post in there and people will be understanding of that, right? Generally, it's how I feel. But, just lost the skate. But I'm trying to sort of like limit like wherever I kind of do the Discord like posting, you know. Anyways, anywho's, all right, let's get this set up here. Bloop bloop bloop. All right, let's see how this looks. Art camera activate. Oh hey, it's flipped the right way. This is what we like to see, but this is terrible. This is terrible. There we go. I gotta figure that out. Okay. Ugh. So, where we last left Death is needing to do some detail type work. Trying to get this where it's like somewhat straight for y'all. There we go. It's a little bit of an angle for me, but that's fine. I can adjust. So, do I sound okay, by the way? Too loud, too soft? Let me know. So, we left off with these really beautiful flowers. I'm actually very proud of them. I think they look great. So I think we'll probably, if this fucking camera will focus, for the fucking life of me, focus. It hates me. This camera hates me so much. Spend money on you there, Logitech, and you're failing me here. Here we go. Yeah, it just hates me. So yeah, so I'm thinking maybe we kind of draw another set of flowers here, like this in the corner, just to kind of even it out. And then we'll need to figure out the texture for the grass. And, oop, yes, I'm wearing shorts. And our mountains, and then of course our sky. So I figured let's start down here at the bottom. We'll do the flowers, and yeah, we'll hang out, we'll vibe, we'll have some drinks. Hopefully you have your drink of choice, whatever it may be. This is mine, and I have water. And yeah, we'll talk, like I said, and hang out. Cheers, friends. My mateys and scallywags. All right, let's get this situated. Water?
Drink the water.
God damn, is that loud for anyone else, or is it just my ears? Okay. I drink the water. I really wish I'm... Got my sad face on. All right. Let's go. Oh, I think I left a pencil. I did. You know what? It's fine. We'll just use this one. Which I use this green one. I like the Faber-Castell pencils, but this is a pretty good one. This is the one I was using last week. So, And all my erasers disappear. Ay, ay, ay. I had a conversation with Girl Kiddo earlier. She's like, hey, can you buy me some clips? I was like, I did. I bought us a big bowl of clips. She's like, well, clips in my room. I guess I'll take that as a no. And I was like, that's not what I said. I said, if you want clips in your bathroom, then you need to hang on to them. Because they get lost. So then she always comes to my bathroom and gets the clips out of my... Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Let's draw the big flowers first. So we're going to draw... I really don't know why this doesn't focus. It's so frustrating. And I know part of it is lighting. But it's like, I'm poor. I'm doing what I can. I feel like that doesn't help. It's frustrating. Anyways, part of streaming is just something I say every stream. Just me talking about how frustrating this camera is. We'll just do 3 there. We'll just do 3. Already losing myself. Already losing myself. I am so sorry. Oh, man. Already in my head. Already in my head. Ay, ay, ay. that's done. Now we got to work on this one here. I think what actually we're going to do, because I feel like these are going to kind of overlap, and that's fine. Is the music on? It's on, yeah. I don't have it up super loud. Find a good pen. I'm going to start off like really tiny, and then we'll just, if we need to go bigger, we will. Flowers. Now we're gonna work on the stems. I'm gonna working on this in layers. Layers upon layers upon layers here. All right, I'm gonna stop it. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna stop right there. Do I want it to go in front because this one went behind? I think maybe I'll have this one go in front. Might have been a mistake doing that, but it is what it is. Decisions have been made. I hate when I wear my hair down because my hair just tends to blow because of the fan. Yeah. Man, oh man. Okay. Now we're going to work on these flowers here. Just kind of mapping them out right now. Then we'll go back and erase, pencil underneath, and it'll be great. It'll be great. It's fine. It's fine. Maybe. Okay. Don't know how well these are gonna look as from on Sunday. I feel like I'm just kind of rushing. Like I don't know. It feels like I'm rushing, but I know I'm not. If that makes sense. Just kind of fall. I'm trying not to rush. Just trying to make it look good. You know. This is fine. Yeah, this is fine. Hey, hello, Edding. I guess it's fine. I don't know. We'll see. I'm feeling very off kilter this evening. But what's new? Am I right? What's new with that? Always feeling a little bit off. Hope you had a good day, my friend. Had a very good day. I'm so glad to hear that. Nice. You know what sounds good right now? Pizza. You know what sounds good right now? Mozzarella sticks. I've been craving mozzarella sticks all day. Well, I'm glad you had a good day. Just like work-wise. I mean, like, listen, you don't have to tell me. You just knowing that you had a good day is enough for this pirate here, for this girl. But I'm very glad that. I'm very glad you had a good day. I had a weird, I don't know. I got a sunburn on my shoulders, so I'm a little bit sore from the sunburn. And then I had like a weird headache this morning, so it was just just some strangeness on how I was feeling today. I don't know if that's because I'm getting old, can't hang no more, or what. I just really want this to focus, if I'm being real honest. I'm glad you had a very good day. I had a pretty good day yesterday. We went to the pool. Why does it do that? Fuck. It was hot, but it was nice. I went to the pool. It was a fun time at the pool, and so we were there for about maybe an hour and a half. But man, just normal work day, but long hours, and a challenge has been overcome. So there we go. Nice. You know what? Hell yeah to that. Hell yeah. You made it through. I'm glad to hear that. That's amazing. I've actually, honestly, I'm also, that makes me really happy to hear, because I have a challenge I'm gonna have to overcome here, here soon, and it's my work bestie texted me yesterday. I was like, hey, I wanted to let you know I put my 2 weeks notice in. It's like, fantastic. Okay. You can do it. Yeah, it'll be all right. I'll figure it out, and it's just I'm trying to enjoy like this my time off, and I'm having a really hard time doing that because I'm stressed about work. So it's just real frustrating. You know. But I will rise above. We will rise above. We will overcome. And in the end, it'll all work out. So. Ugh. I'm trying to get comfortable here. But yeah, I'll be whatever it is. I know at the end of whatever chaos I'm rolling through right now, because that's what it is. It's just like, I understand that I am definitely fortunate than most. Like, I understand that and realize that. But, like, the little whirlwind of chaos that's going on in my life right now, it's like, I have to stop fighting it and I just have to roll with it and know that I'm gonna make it out okay. You know? Anyways. Dance shake. Yeah. But hey, I'm excited. I have actually a short week next week. I'm taking the 1st of July off, which will be nice. And then I'll be off on the 4th of July. So yeah, just 2 short weeks. We'll be good. It'll all work itself out, you know. But I will do it. I will survive. Dance shake. We're gonna dance shake it out. We'll just dance shake it out. We'll be fine. Exactly. Yeah. There's a whole bunch of new music coming out. I know Seven Kingdoms has their new album that released on Friday. It's really good. It's fun. And then I think I saw where Spirit Box just released some new music, which is always exciting. I love Spirit Box. I so want to see them with Ghost. So I have to like live vicariously through everyone else seeing them. Okay. And all sorts of fun things. All sorts of fun things. I give up. Sorry that it's blurry. I don't know how to fix it. It's very frustrating. my hair. Ugh. But hey, you know what? The things I accomplished this week, well, so far, it's finally not raining here, nice and sunny out. Oh, I would love, I love the rain so much. I wish it was like 97 Fahrenheit today, so we did not go outside at all. Not today. Went out yesterday, which again I ended up with a sunburn, so that's fun. Also nice degrees, which is my favorite. Yeah, I if it could be like between 65 and like 78, 69, nice. Nice. Listen, that's a like seriously speaking, like that's perfect. You know, if it's sunny, it's a nice sunny day. 69 degrees is perfect. It's perfect. It's perfect weather, you know? Here it got like 97. It was just ugh. You know, so miserable. But yeah. Oh, but that sounds lovely though. A nice, cool, sunny summer day. I would love that, you know? Glad it was a nice day. Glad it was a nice day. It just sounds like overall, it ain't like you had just like a really lovely day today. So like it was just so nice, you know? I'm trying to stay positive. Oh, hey, I feel that. I feel that. I feel that 100%. It was actually mind-numbingly painful trying to figure out what I was doing. Oh man. Definitely been there. I actually, well, if this is gonna be real talk. So, um, I actually had to deal with like a mess of a file. He changed that the other day. Oh no! Oh yeah, the Rizzo. Yeah, he changed that the other day because he was like, the present email. I like Halloween. I like pumpkin Rizzo better. But I actually was. I got to a point where I was like really frustrated, where I was like almost about to cry on the phone with my manager. I was like, you know what? Suck it up. It'll be okay. Just do what you got to do to get it taken care of. So I'm doing that, and someone else goes and does the exact same fucking thing. Like two separate people do the same thing on my own files, and at that point, like I broke down in tears. Because I was like, my name is on this. Like, I'm the one who's going to have to call. I'm the one who's going to have to do all of this groveling. And I really did. Like, I just, like, I did. I had a bit of a breakdown. I was like, I cannot do this again. I cannot go to our vendor saying, hey, oopsie doodles, someone did the same thing on another file. Because I already had to. It was like a $5,000 mistake, that I had to go and be like, so, ooh woo. I had to pull out all the charm. I had to pull out all the charm and be like, listen, we're friends. Ooh woo. I was literally being ooh woo on the phone. I told her, I was like, I can't do that again. I cannot be ooh woo to our vendors again. Hey, Windy Beers, how's it hanging? So my manager thankfully was like, okay, I will talk with the person and they'll take care of it. The first person was someone not in our department, but Eddie, thank you so much for gifting us up to our friend Windy Beers. Wendy, enjoy the emotes. Enjoy no ads. Thanks for coming by and hanging out. But yeah, so that's the stress that I deal with. Like, one of them was someone on my team where I'm like, you should have known better. The second one, like the big mistake, was someone who isn't in my department, but like it was still really annoying. But I was like, I can't do this. Wendy, how was your day? Hope you had a good day. I've been off work all this week, just trying to disconnect from work, and I'm having a very hard time. So I was venting about work. But it's alright. And my work bestie is leaving. He sent me a message being like, I can't do this anymore. I'm out. 2 weeks notice. Like, no. Hey. Alright. So there's that. Now. Anyways. Work is whatever. But look, I got a cool black lip gloss. I don't know what compelled me to buy it, but I said, let's buy it. I don't know how I feel about it, though. Still trying to decide. Ooh woo. Ooh woo. I mean, thankfully, I've become thankfully, I don't have to use my ooh woo voice that often. But, yeah. In regards to, like, you know. Okay, so we've done this. I have to figure out this part here. Just checking out all the sounds, making sure they're all working. Okay. But Erin, I just want to say, and it was mind-numbingly painful, but you did it, and I'm proud of you. Cheers. Cool. All right. Got some water. Now I can use my brain to figure out what I'm going to do down here. Cheers. Tink. That's what I do with my son. I was like, all right, we have to cheers. Tink. I make the tink sound. I wonder... Found a new craft cider as well. Ooh, nice. I found 2 new beers. They are from brewers that I've had before, but I don't think I like them, which is a complete bummer. But tell me all about the craft cider. I've only had like a cider once, and it was really good. I may need to go pick up that cider brand again. I love a good brewski. I love a good brew. Yeah. Like I said, I did pick up a couple more. I did pick up some beers, some brewski beers, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about them. Usually I'm totally down with the sour ale. So I got a sour ale, which is pretty good. It's a blackberry sour. But the other one, it's a Mexican style lager, and it's got mango, lime, and then like the like an ancho chili. And sipping it, like when you taste it, you're like, this is really good. But then when you breathe out, you can taste the ancho chili, and you're like, oh, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. I think maybe we'll just do. I'm gonna work on the mountains. I think we'll maybe just do like kind of these sort of like circle scribbles, I suppose, to kind of be like rocks, you know? Because I don't want to do like, yeah, it might work. Trying to remember the name. Yeah. I usually get the two that I got was, they're not both from, well, you will probably appreciate the blackberry ale. Here, I'll go get it for you, and I'll show you. While you think about that, give me a second here. But it was a 4-pack. Apple. Ooh, interesting. The blackberry and apple I'm familiar with. Pear and stone fruit sound interesting. Okay, so this is this is the blackberry sour ale that I got. It's from a local brewer here, Anthem Brewing. Yeah, so fun, right? fun brewski. And I didn't grab the other one. I should have, but I might open that up later. Yeah. Do I buy Erin? Yes, I do. All my beers, listen. For the most part, all the beers I have had, I usually get because of the art. Now, sometimes I stop and I'm like, yeah, it's cool as shit. It's like, it's called Phone Home. And it's a sour ale. I like sour ales, so yeah, of course I'm like, yeah. But also, like, I haven't had any misses with Anthem Ale so far. All the Anthem Ale makes the apple cider that I like. So, I haven't had any, like, misses with any other beers. Rough Tail, which is the Mexican lager I got with the ancho chili, that is probably the first miss. I did see, and I almost got, but I said nah. I almost got a peanut butter and jelly sour ale. But I stopped myself. I was like, don't do it. Don't do it. But yeah, I generally speaking, if it's got cool art on it and it's like a beer that I know I might enjoy, or if the beer has kind of a funny name, then yeah, usually that's what I pick up. I've only had like a couple misses. I haven't had a ton of like failures with that, you know? So it's a method that works for me, Erin. Really? Home phone? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I did get, what did I get last time? I got, oh yeah, I got the Jack Daniels cocktail drinks. I would only recommend the lemonade, to be completely honest, and the down home punch. Those two only good flavors. All the others, garbage. I don't like peach and I don't like watermelon, so I'm like not interested. I haven't seen E.T. in ages. I haven't either. I haven't watched. Honestly, it's been a while since like I've sat down and like watched a movie. I just like nothing like. There are very few movies that have like are it like hold my interest lately. You know, like am I interested in it? You know, I love the classics though. I was just thinking about this, and I think we have it, but I haven't watched it in so long. The Last Starfighter. I love that movie. I loved that movie growing up. It was so fantastic. I love Starfighter. The Last Starfighter. So good. Is it on Watch Party? E.T.? I don't know. It's a good question. E.T. Watch Party! Hey, I'm not opposed to that. E.T. or The Last Starfighter. I just remember as a kid just loving The Last Starfighter. Just, it's so... It was... What?
Can I interject real quick?
What? Okay. Okay. I don't know. Are you talking about E.T. or The Last Starfighter? This kind of thing. You're like, hold on, I have to find out what it's called. Hey, no worries. Listen, I am all for a beer conversation. We can have all the beer conversations. I would love to do a watch party. I'd love to do another watch party. Feeling I'm gonna have to go buy another 0.1 pen. Well, this is the stream tonight, guys. Me messing, trying to fill in these little circles with this mountain. Hope y'all don't mind. I think I'll probably do these front mountain ranges that way. I'll probably figure out a different texture for the back. For the back peaks. bumper crop, and it's a black cherry, not black. Okay, okay. I listen. I'm still not mad that it's like that is a black cherry, but I'm gonna be honest. I prefer a blackberry. But if it's good, then I don't care. I just know what I like, and usually black cherry, I'm kind of on the fence about. Bumper crop. Yeah, because you have like, there can be a black cherry that's like, my experience with black cherry is that it is generally like overly sweet, like cherry flavor in and of itself, in just like watermelon. It's overly sweet, like that flavoring, you know? It's not something that like I can get behind.
Big stretch.
Oh, if I can lift my arms. Oh, okay. My shoulders are pretty, like my shoulders are pretty red. Like, see if we can get it good. I don't know if you can see. I'm pretty, but yeah, I'm pretty. I'm like, oh. Stretch safely. I shall. Oh. Like it hurts, but it feels good. I've been like a complete lump this week. Like I was like, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna do all this stuff. Boop boop boop. No, just been a complete lump. Roll the shoulders back. I keep saying it, but I'm just like, I need to get back to the gym. Get the movements going again, you know? Oh man, that's like, it stings. Always happens. Always got the shoulder burn. I always wear a hat though. That I like whenever I'm out and about. I might buy one of those Bowflex indoor bikes. Oh man, that's nice. Here's the thing. I have a treadmill and I have dumbbells. But some stuff I feel like I need to go to the gym to do, if that makes sense. Like the heavier free weights or stuff like that. And honestly, I just like getting out to the gym because it's like time for me. But yeah, I was thinking that like I would like a bike, and I've been talking about it for a couple of years, how I just want a bike, you know, just to kind of get out and ride around the neighborhood. Oh my god, what is that emote? Outside? What is this outside? I can say that I like going on walks. So I like going on walks. You know, I have like a little, like our neighborhood has like this beautiful like little wooded space behind us. So but yeah, sometimes it's too goddamn hot, so I definitely understand. But outside, I like, you know, I have to sometimes like what the kids say. Sometimes I have to go and touch some grass. Good old Ray Martinet. But yeah. I would like to get yeah. I think having an indoor bike would be amazing to have. Speaking of indoor bikes, not to sort of like talk off topic, but I was in Grant Truesdale's stream last night and I kind of like hopped in like in the middle of what he was doing, and he was dressed up as like a wrestler, some wrestler. I don't follow the professional wrestling, WCW, WWF, whatever. But he was dressed up as a wrestler, and he was on like a bike, and they were watching like old wrestling videos. And like he basically had to cycle until the timer was up. So I was like, well, I gotta hang around. I gotta see what happens, see how long he's gonna be. And I think he ended up cycling for like 4.5, 5 hours on this bike. Like he got up every once in a while, but and yeah, it's like he had these old wrestling videos going. And I was like, okay. It was fun to watch. It was a lot of fun to watch. And I guess he was dressed up as a wrestler called the Ultimate Warrior, and I guess like a little clip came up and he was kind of talking about it, and I was like, the resemblance is uncanny. I just want to say, like, how awesome is Twitch? Like, Twitch frustrates me, and I'm pretty sure it frustrates everyone, you know. But like, man, Twitch can be pretty cool. No, but some like amazing people, and it's very lucky that I came across Twitch. And honestly, Twitch was definitely sort of like my yeah, I think most streamers, if you stream, you do have a love-hate relationship with Twitch. But you know, trying to be, you know, not everything can be peace, light, and love, you know. Not everything can be like, oh yeah. But you know, I'd be lying if I you know, if I didn't say like Twitch was like the main reason why I didn't lose my mind when we first went into like COVID lockdown. You know. Not because of streaming, but because of like there were other adults that I could like talk with, like even though I was working, you know, like I had a place where I could go and just like escape and just hang out for a couple hours, you know. Twitch is the reason why I'm losing your okay, Eddie. I mean, listen, I'm losing my mind for other reasons. Now, is Twitch part of that? I don't know. I've been having like issues for a long time. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Well, listen. Here's the thing. I feel like I don't know if I mentioned this before. Like my mind, like my inner dialogue doesn't stop. So to be able, like, if that inner dialogue can stop for a few minutes, great. I will take whatever, wherever that is, wherever that distraction is coming from. Fantastic. I will be there. But then, like, I go through that fear of, like, oh my god, if I say something in chat, is everyone gonna think I'm, like, cringe? Like, well, no, everyone's cringe. No one cares who you are. You're just a nobody on the internet. Get over yourself. Ah. But again, this is fine. This is fine. I'm fine. You're fine. We're all fine here. Yeah, I got really into, like, the circly stuff. So I think what I know, right? All right, I think what I'm gonna do real quick is I'm gonna stretch. We're gonna take a stretch break. Recommend you take a stretch break. When I come back, go to the bathroom and all that jazz. When I come back, we'll continue on this journey of filling in this mountain with tiny little circles. Okay, I'll be back. I promise. See, told you. Right back. All right. Ah, delicious water. But I'm gonna crack this open. It's here. I like literally chugged the rest of this. So we're gonna have this. Okay. So satisfying. Hey! Nothing more satisfying than like a koosh, you know? Or at least I think so. I love the sound of just like a can. Tis good. Tis tasty. And again, the art is fantastic. I'm a sucker for art. Sucker for good packaging. I love it. There we go. I love... Wow. I just like beer. I just remember, like, I had this roommate. I only had like one roommate, right? So like when I moved out, I had a roommate, and she was hey, Alcorin.
Hello, Chain Boo Woo.
Hello, Chain Boo Woo. Hello. The cringiest sound is coffee being poured right in the mic. Hey, Alcorin, 13 months. Oh, listen, I'm gonna be woo for a second. Woo? It's my woo. Annie, tell me more. I like the sound. I just woo. I love you just Wendy. I personally, like in the morning, I do like the sound of coffee being poured. I like I said, there's very few ASMR type of sounds that I love. But Alcorin, holy shit, thank you so much for the 13-month resub, my friend. Geez, thanks, now I gotta pee. I like the sound of a can of Diet Coke opening. What is it? It is the sound, I love the sound of rain falling, like hitting glass, like a window. Yeah, love the sound of, love that sound. And then, yeah, the sound of coffee being poured from a carafe. And then the sound of a can opening. It doesn't have to be like a beer can. It's just like any can that has a tab. When you open it, it just makes that satisfying like whoosh and sound. Just mwah, so good. But I use a French press, so but there's something satisfying about a French press for me, you know. Not just like the coffee being poured, but the whole act of the like pressing the coffee down. So good. Satisfying. Alcorin, how was your day? Alcorin, super pog champ over here. They're all pog champs. That's what the cool kids say. My day was weird, let me tell you. I feel that. My day was kind of weird. I had a kind of an off day as well. So I feel ya. Weird days. But tell me all about it. What? Listen, let me ask you this then, Erin. If you don't like the sound of coffee being poured, what like sound is like you hear it and you're like, ah. Like, ah, I love that sound. Like, it's so satisfying. What is that sound? Again, rain falling. I love the sound of rain falling. Not that. Sound like this. Why'd it go twice? That's so weird. And then a can, being opened. Today was day 3 of me doing my boss's job while he was on a quick vacation. He's back tomorrow. I made absolutely sure that I don't want to be him at this point. Oh man, I hate that. Yeah, my at work, because of my department, because we are singular on our own, which is so strange. The sound of the ATM taking my paycheck. Fair. Fair enough. My manager, because there's only we're sort of like a unit unto ourselves. Like what we do for the whole company, right? The whole company. That's like there's 5 adjusters and then 1 manager. So if she's out of the office, generally she'll pick someone to be like, you're gonna field all my escalation calls, and I'm like, please no. But I think she took the hint, because we were like, please stop. She has another supervisor on her other team, because she supervises us as adjusters, the 6 of us that like our job is what we do, and then she handles the admin for the entire company. So she's like, I'll just refer them back to the supervisor. The sound. Okay, here we go. The sound of me hitting buy now at a Kiesel is nice, but to be fair, I've only heard that twice. Just remind your partner that forgiveness is a part of the conversation. I love it. Yeah, I was looking at some of now. I am a lefty, and I've dabbled in learning guitar. But like with most things, like other things tend to take precedent. So, but I was looking at the in-stock left-handed Kiesels, and I really liked the Delos. There were the 2 brother Deloses that I did enjoy and like. If I bought another Kiesel right now, it'd be it would sound more like you do have a deal for me. For moi. Well, my friend Al Corin, my friend, I am all ears. The bass I learned on is both left and right-handed. Okay. Listen, I'm not trying to assume where this conversation is going, so I'm just listening. And replicas are pretty cheap. Okay. Hold on a sec, let me find one. Okay. I will say, like, the bass player that was in my brother's band before he joined the military, she's trying to sell you his old days. Like, they can put it in order for a key. So listen, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at the hustle. It ain't okay. I'm not mad at it. I understand it. But you're on to him and you're like, I'm on to you, sir. Boy Kiddo does that to me. He's like, I'm watching you, Mom. I'm watching you. I'm like, you're watching me do what? No, I'm not selling mine. Are you kidding me? I think he's just trying to say, yeah, you should. I trust you to post a link. You should be able to post since you're VIP. I think he was just making sure it was okay. Oh no, it deleted it. Wrecked. Sorry. I think I did have it. I thought I did. sorry. Just send me a message on Discord. I'm so sorry. They're fairly cheap, especially compared to Eagle. No, definitely. Yeah, send it my way. Oh, thank you, honey. Let's take a look at it. Let me take a look at it. I guess I only have mods able to. Oh, okay, cool. Nice. Boom has a nice Hofer too, I think. Oh, neat. Okay. Yeah, I'm a lefty. So finding lefty things is like Canadian. Okay, cool. I'll definitely look into this. I've been what the hell is this? Oh. Mine the 1966. Oh, nice. Sweet. Yeah, it's, as a lefty, it's just, you know, it's worth quite a lot. I'm sure it is. Oh my gosh. When my brother was, you guys, Erin and Alcorn, you two will appreciate this story I'm about to tell you. So listen up. So I had mentioned like my brother. So my brother was in town last weekend. Yes. So my brother was in town with his family last weekend, and we're just talking, you know, blah blah blahing. And my brother is a guitar player and I feel like I might have mentioned this before. Like my brother is a guitar player. He's a musician, self-taught. You know, he's been in multiple bands, and like he's like the major influence. Was it a couple weekends ago? It was a couple weekends ago, but he was like the major influence in sort of like my love for music. All right. So I even at like 40, almost even at 39 years old, I still like, I am my brother's number one fan. Like I think he's great. Anyways, so just kind of talking, blah, blah, blah. And Will out of nowhere was like, hey, do you own any Kiesels? He's like, what? And so my brother starts kind of going off, listing it. And my brother was kind of like, why am I getting asked this question? So I was like, hey, this is why, you know, there's you know, a mod for someone, and you know, on whatever, and you know, Chainbrain has a Kiesel, and he's like, oh, Kessels? You mean a Kessel? He's like, I've always called them Kessels. He's like, Kessels, like if you want to go brrr, and they make the genty sounds. And I was like, sure. He's like, I know someone who has a Kessel. They're nice guitars, but not really my thing in what I play. So I just thought it was funny that he called them Kessels. I'm so glad. Oh, me, Wendy, me too. I was like, I want at least there to be 3 Pringles. There need to be at least 3 Pringles. But yeah, I'm really happy. Like, I entered because I was like, you know, if I got it, you know, I kind of had an idea of which one, like, if I won, you know, if I won. But I'm really glad that it went to someone. I'm mildly bitter. Yeah, I think I'm actually really, again, really happy it went to someone who you recognize the name, right? It's not just some like, because there were some people like, I only recognize your name from this week. You know. Speaking of which, I don't think no, we haven't. I don't even remember that guy's name. We haven't seen that guy. Like, that guy who came in that day, I believe, and he won. Yeah. I haven't seen that guy either. You know. I think Chainbrain mentioned that. He's like, I don't think that guy's ever been back. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense, and it's just sort of like the reason why it's sort of like and also just sort of like being mindful, because I think even someone in one of the drop pedal was like, what, free stuff is free stuff, and it's like, well, no, now you're just being a dickhead. Like, you're being a complete jerk, because, you know, that drop pedal could have gone to someone who could have used it. Yeah, exactly. Like, I think, yeah, I do remember that, because I think, is it Doom Sheep? I think him and Doom Sheep are IRL friends. So, yeah, it's always great when you see that it's not just some rando on the internet, right? Being like, oh, I'm coming in, sweeping in like a hawk. But I know, you know, yeah. And it was a completely fair thing to say. Doomed Sheep. I call him Doomed Sheep all the time. I know it's Doom Sheep, but in my mind, like, when I'm saying his name out loud, I say it Doomed Sheep. It's just like when the voice says Theatomic, Pirata Girl. And that's fine. I think it's funny. I love it. But yeah. Atomic. Yes. It's funny to hear it. It makes me smile. But yeah. But indeed, I'm very happy he picked a sleek ass looking guitar. Very nice. Very nice. I know that one was like that was the discussion of like whoever wins, like, this is the guitar. And it was nice. That Aries is really nice. Very sleek. They're nice. Huh? I will say there was a conversation, and I'm just mentioning this. There was a conversation about the whole, I would have gone the Zeus. I would have gone, if by some miraculousness, I would have gone like the super cheap route with the 6-string. It would have been that yellow Vanquish. I know it's ugly as sin, but I would have gone with that yellow Vanquish because it's 6 strings. Those Delos were 7. I would have picked it was either the Delos or the Vanquish, but because I'm cheap that way. It wasn't bad. Like, the more, because I had it up on my PC or on my laptop while everything was going on, and I was just kind of looking at it, and like, the more I looked at it, I was like, it's not terrible. There isn't any sort of like crazy design on it, but I would have to change my Twitch name. The Atomic Mustard Girl team. Oh, Aaron. Okay, you're Team Vanquish. Okay. Oh. I don't think it was like, I guess it was kind of a yellow mustard. I don't know. It was just a very bright yellow, but the more I kind of like looked at it, I was like, this isn't terrible, We're gonna color this But yeah. I'm trying to think what else there was. There was a left-handed Osiris, which was really beautiful. But yeah. I tried to like make mention. It's the only base model that looks good to me. I voted against it. I don't remember. I think I did vote for the... Oh, that was when we were doing... That's when we did the Genty guitar, the 8-string guitar, the purple guitar. I did vote for the Crescent. And it's a beautiful guitar. I love that purple guitar. Trying to think of, like, my brother recently bought a new guitar and he calls it the Green Monster. I don't remember what he said. Let me see if I can... Un momento, friends. Let's see if I can find it. Oh no. Let me see if I can find... Here we go. Cat really wanted the Vader and voted hard against out. Oh, man. Yeah, that's the base. I think the base is cool looking. I like that the pink isn't like a super neon pink or a bright pink. I just think it looks fantastic. Okay, so this is my brother. He's playing with his band. He calls this this is new. He calls it the Green Monster. Come on. Yeah. So that's my brother's new guitar. I don't know what it is. I don't remember what he said, but he calls it the Green Monster. I remember my brother used to have this like really beautiful blue Ibanez that I was like, I loved it so much. It might be an ESP. He plays a lot of I'm trying to think. He's got a couple. He had to sell a bunch of his guitars when they had moved from, well, they're back in Florida. They had moved from Florida to North Carolina because my brother was being stationed there for a couple of years, but then he moved back. But that first move, he had to sell a bunch of his guitars. So he had quite a few Ibanez. Like, I just remember my brother, like I said, my brother had this like blue Ibanez that I just loved as a kid. So yeah, they're nice. I'm not a fan of headless whatsoever though. Vibey vibes. You know, I will, this again, my preference. I think headless are interesting. And I'm not I'm not like, this is coming from someone aesthetically. I have a Strat. It just like very noisy. This is someone who sort of looks at things like aesthetically. The guitar player for Ad Infinitum plays a oh, is that what it is?
Zoomed in on it, yeah.
Oh, it's a McCarty. It's a PRS S2 McCarty. Will looked it up for me. But like aesthetically, you look at him, you're like, man, I don't know about it. But the guitar player for Ad Infinitum, because he plays like an 8-string, and for him, he said, you know, well, when I'm, you know, for me, playing a headless makes sense because if I'm on stage and I have this big 8-string guitar, like, you know, the headstock kind of, like what Shane says, like, it's the balance. And it's like, oh, well, I guess that makes sense. I need to sit. I haven't listened to Ad Infinitum for a while. I need to go back. I need to listen to them. I love them. I love Melissa Bonney. She's fantastic. It was. Yeah, I get it. Like aesthetically, it's like all right, but I get the technical reasons behind it. You know, like the weight distribution and everything like that. That actually looks really cool. I wasn't even thinking. Yeah. I don't remember what guitar he plays. I think it's some Swedish brand guitar. He said he saw it in like a shop and he's like, one day I will own that. And now he does. I don't think he's got like any endorsements or anything like that. Yeah. But yeah, GG to the winner. GG to the winner of the Chainbrain Kiesel guitar giveaway. Kessel. I'm gonna start calling it Kessel for shits and giggles. Thanks to my brother. He did, yes, he did. He did end up doing the giveaway for the drop pedal, I believe. I think I might have been away. I know that they were talking about doing it. I believe I had to sort of like step away from the laptop for a little bit. Yeah, you might want to double check. He said he was going to, so I don't remember if yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, just send a message to the old. I'm trying to remember. I will say though, I'm really glad that no one was a dickhead during the whole giveaway process. Everyone was actually like really like congratulatory, like oh my god, congratulations, that sort of thing. So thankfully, yeah, no one was a jerk. Being like, no, well, I lost. It's like you don't have to like. You can feel two things at once, and you don't have to say the other thing. Rigged. There were a couple snide remarks, but honestly, yeah. I mean, honestly, there were so many people that if there were snide remarks made, I missed them. You know. It's like two things can exist at the same time. You can voice like your congratulatory, like, "Hey, that's so fucking rad. You won a Kiesel," and keep the womp womp to yourself. I mean, that's how I feel. Like, here's what I've discovered is that, and I rarely sort of like make comments on like posts and stuff like that. Like unless it's people I know. Like if I know the person, then like maybe I'll make a comment. There are two people in chat right now, heavily, collectively, basically. Jeffrey's card. Listen, yeah, I mean, I'm not. Yeah, like. That's funny. I think generally people on the internet um I think you can see, I think a lot of times people's true colors, like with alcohol, like if like sometimes if like they say like, you know, alcohol brings out like the true side of a person, right? Me, I am very loud and very giggly, right? um I feel the same way could be said about like social media, where people's like true side comes out because they're behind a keyboard. They're not face to face with a person. So they just like can run off and like talk shit or whatever, you know, and think that they're not going to like, you know, basically fuck around and find out, you know. And I think that is definitely seen on Twitch. But yeah, I think there's always going to be someone who is going to be like, no, rigged. I actually got a little bit facts. I get loud, but also very protective. Yeah, there was one instance, speaking of drunk stories, there was one instance where there's always someone, where I was pretty like protective of my friend. And like, just like picture me, like y'all, I've always said it, like I'm 5'4.5", 5'5", you know, I'm not like a big thing, you know, you know, I got like, I'm husky, like I can like, if I hit you, there's gonna be some force behind it, but I'm, you know, whatever. But like one of my friends was like, oh my god, like it was like a mutual friend. So like my friend and then this other person was sort of like a mutual of someone we knew. Like, man, this guy, like he came and he grabbed my ass, and I was like lit up on like fucking Jaeger bombs and Bud Light, and I was like, hold my sweater. Took my sweater off, like, and I just like ran up to him and I was like, don't you touch my friend. Like I was like a white drunk Karen. What am I doing? And the next day I was like, what the fuck did I do that for? Yes, thank you. That's what it is. A Stanberg. Thank you. The guy from Ad Infinitum. Yes. He's very good. I like listening to him play. He's good. He's young too. He's like 24, 25. I say that. I say young, but he's very talented. But yeah, there's always someone. There's always going to be someone who's like, nah, nah, nah. But no, there was a whole conversation, like, someone was like, well, what if a mod wins? And it's like, and I was like, mod are fucking people too. I don't get paid. Because we're old AF. I mean, facts. I don't feel old. Like, in my head, I'm still like 20, maybe late 20s, you know? Wait, you don't? No, I don't get paid. I get paid in appreciation, I guess. Arain, if you get paid to renegotiate Dukasa gets less says payment. In fact, I believe that. 100% Alcorn. No, Dukasa gets to live in the shed. Come on, he gets like housing. Well, that's very nice. That's good. You know what? Listen, that's. I don't care if I didn't win anything. I just find it hilarious. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of people are having to sort of like cool it with the gifting, you know. But that's okay. I mean, listen, I don't know what it's like in Canadian land, but like the I'm glad I work from home. That's all I'm going to say. When it comes to gas prices, my ass is glad I work from home. And Oklahoma is one of the cheapest places to live in the country. Yeah, some people actually believe the rigged shit. It's like, no, guys. He's so like both him and Kat are just so they're just they're like they're the most the kindest people. Yeah. Here in I know California, like listen, I with the with work, with my job, I have to hear about the cost of living in California all the fucking time. So, yeah, listen, Alcorn, I was like, I did like the Kermit face and was like, y'all better go follow Alcorn right now. But yeah, like Oklahoma, like the cost of gas, I think that I last saw, it was like $4.57 USD. So, and that's like, that's Oklahoma. And like generally the cost of living in Oklahoma is very cheap. Like compared to ugh, USD. See, it's exactly like here in like we're cheap. We are cheap compared. There are a few other states that are like have a lesser cost. Y'all have it cheap. We do have it cheap in consideration to everyone else. Absolutely. The house I posted in Mod Chat the other day for $1 million across the street was more like 300K a decade ago. That's crazy though. Like that house, yeah, like here at like in Oklahoma, that house would sell. That $1 million house would sell for 300K, maybe 400 here in Oklahoma. You know, the housing market is insane. Like, because I have a friend who's a realtor, like our realtor, yeah, bought our place for just under 50. Woof. Yeah, well, that's so crazy. Like, I think I got the recent. Now, I just want to say again, we're in Oklahoma, so the cost of living in Oklahoma is definitely less. So we got this house for 166. Is that right? Either 166 or $168,000, right? HOA, like 19. It's a big house, 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, backyard, HOA with a pool, all that. $166,000 is what we paid for this house. And I guess I got the recent from our mortgage company, like the estimated evaluation. It's gone up to like 200,000, like maybe 200,000, 210. So again, Oklahoma, the price went up, but it wasn't outrageous. It's just, it's 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 just cheap to live here, I guess. But yeah, like Will said, we don't. I work from home. The kids' school is like literally behind us. You're moving to Oklahoma. And Will's work is literally down the road. It is, I think, maybe 2 miles. It's not that far. So you're moving to Oklahoma? Listen, we're just like everyone else suffering from like the cost of groceries going up. Like my grocery bill is like obscene. I'm like, why is my grocery bill like 800% higher? Like the same items I got a year ago under $100 it's now like I'm paying like $110-$130 in groceries. I mean, listen, Oklahoma will have you. I'm just saying. If you live like out in the country, like if you live in like the smaller Oklahoma towns, it's definitely like super cheap. But but for the most part, Oklahoma City is not too bad. So our most expensive grocery bill was oh my god. My sister was and I don't know what my sister was thinking. Like my sister D, recently within the last couple months, she's like, I want a Camaro. So she got a Camaro. And she's like, I have to spend like $60 on a tank of gas. I'm like, well, I don't know what the fuck you expected. Actually, more than that, because she has to get like the premium gasoline. And then she was saying, yeah, listen, I don't know where my sister and my this is not the time. No, yeah. And she was talking about like how her grocery bill was like $400. I'm like, what the hell are you buying? She's like, I got grown adult children. Camaro. Listen, from Oklahoma, okay? But they live out in the sticks, so. But yeah, I think that's like my highest grocery bill. I think, like, if I'm doing like, I could usually keep it under $100 if I'm doing like bare minimum. I can keep it like at like $70 to $80 if it's just like the super bare minimum. But I like to cook, so it's like, well, I don't. Fuck. You know? But yes, my sister has a Camaro. So, time for you to sleep. Elcorin, thank you so much for the resub. Thank you so much for coming by and hanging out. It makes my heart happy when I see my friends come say hi. Because life is busy, man. We all have lives. So I'm so glad that you came by. Are we talking about like my sister's like 21-year-old and 18-year-old sons? Are we talking about our kids? Our kids, yeah. Yeah, my 7-year-old and 11-year-old can definitely clear the pantry. Ooh, I like how that looks. That looks really good. Good choice. Okay. I'm not done. I'm still like, my creative stuff is still like boom, 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 still going. So if you are still wanting to hang out, I would love to have you. Otherwise, I totally get it. It's getting late. But I'm actually going to throw the Be Right Back screen up because I have to go to the bathroom. So I'm going to go to the bathroom again. No, I didn't take mustard shots, so that's not what this is. But Alcorin, again, thank you so much. Okay, I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Hello. See? Quick. Had to go to the bathroom. I did wash my hands, I promise. Anyways, talking about the state I live in, here's the thing. Oklahoma, the cost of living, definitely very cheap. I think that's why a lot of businesses come here and why a lot of people move here. But man, the politics fucking suck here. I'm not going to get too much into it, but it's just like, I'll just let folks Google it. I'm just glad I live in Oklahoma City. Just kind of leave it at that. So, but yeah. There are some pretty places here in Oklahoma, though. I have to say. A few years ago, we took the kids. We have a salt, like a dried salt bed, the Salt Plains, up in northwestern Oklahoma. And we took the kids there, and it was so beautiful. But like the Salt Plains, there's a section of it where you can tornadoes. So, listen, tornadoes. I mean, there are tornadoes, but I live in Oklahoma City, and I've lived in Oklahoma since like 1988, and I have never myself experienced a tornado in the city. Oh, you're gonna bring these there? Okay.
You're explaining it, right?
Oh yeah. So like we went to like this place in, it's the Great Salt Plains, and it's taped shut, but I made this thing. But you can dig for crystals, and there are specific selenite crystals that are specifically for like only found here in Oklahoma. I dig one out, but the can is sealed. But yeah, we get tornadoes, we get like hail, we get all that. I always have to remember that other places in the world get tornadoes, not just Oklahoma. But yeah, there's some really beautiful places, but the Great Salt Plains is beautiful. Just like out in the middle of nothing. Okay, I have to think of what I'm going to do here. But yeah, tornadoes. Listen, you just have to be weather aware. That's all that is, Erin. Listen, you just have to be aware of the weather. You have to know that from April to the beginning of June, you're going to have some wonky weather, right? Some little bit of weird weather. You're going to have tornadoes. They're usually out in they're usually not in Oklahoma City. Like they come close. Listen to me justifying this horrible listen to me justifying tornadoes in Oklahoma. But I mean, yeah. You know, you just have to be aware of the weather. That's all. Just like with any place. Like with snow. Like, you know, we don't get snow here, so I can't really talk about the winter weather here in Oklahoma because we don't get we get ice. But like, you know, like your local weather, you're like, all right, I know from this time of year to this time, this is how the weather's going to be. It's going to be shitty. But honestly, Oklahomans treat tornadoes like a spectator sport. I mean, I'm not saying that I haven't, like when tornado sirens are going off, I haven't gone outside and been like looking for the tornado. All right, let's work on this other mountain here. We'll do it with pencil. I live in one place in Canada that rarely gets snow. Oh, does the coast? I guess that's like the West Coast. I could definitely see like maybe why there wouldn't be a ton of snow, but you guys get a lot of rain, though, right? I think we'll just do lines here. Okay, that works. Just wanted to like gauge what I wanted to do. Yeah, we don't get, like, when we get snow, it's like, oh, fuck. Non-stop rain? Okay. Listen, I'll be real honest with you, Erin. That sounds like heaven to me. Because I am that garbage song, only happy when it rains. I just love a rainy day. I just love the rain. Let me see if I have a different pen. Kind of want to use this small pen, but I don't know. Hey, Sunshine. Hey, what are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? I just hear like this this grappling on our couch, and I look over and I think the cat's been on the cat weed. Sunshine. Okay. Okay, cat. That's too big. I might stick with this pen. Or let me see. We'll try this pen. We'll try it. Hope it's not a mistake. I love the rain. But I could definitely see like everyday rain being like, this is way too much. This needs to stop. I can definitely understand that. So yeah, that's fair. Fair enough. Fair. Cause see, for me, a basic white girl, me, a basic bitch. Give me a blanket, not even a blanket, give me like a covered porch, a cup of coffee, headphones with Spotify playing and music. I'm happy. But to work in it absolutely has to be complete bullshit. I say that as a white woman. I feel like that's a very like stereotypical white woman thing to be like, "Oh, I love the rain, rainy days." But I'm pretty sure there are other people who like rain. Other people than me, a white woman. I'm digging a hole. We're backing out. Going to a weird place. Anyways, moving on. Self-deprecating humor doesn't look good on the internet. But yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever... I mean, I definitely hate driving in rain in Oklahoma. Because here in Oklahoma, because we go long bouts without rain, the oil on the road, when it rains, comes up. And so it's like slippery as hell, so... But I guess it can be said about any place that's real dry. Yeah, yes. You know. Yeah, just like a lot of people here. So that's why I'm usually really cautious when I'm driving, because it's like, oh, I know how everyone in Oklahoma drives. So, sort of like dealing with a lot of collisions, and same thing with ice and snow. If I can avoid driving on it, I do. It's like, just get me out of here, please. But thankfully this year it wasn't too bad weather-wise here. Last year though, like the first year that we were in this house, it was stupid. we got affected, not as bad as Texas, but like when Texas power grid fell, like during that winter storm, like we got affected by like that snow. It was like negative like 4 degrees here, which is like unheard of in Oklahoma. you know, and everything was frozen. And like October, we had like a crazy ice storm, and like, ugh, ugh. But thankfully this year there wasn't anything too crazy. We did have like one tornado scare, but once I realized that it wasn't any coming anywhere near us, I'm like, all right, we're fine. But yeah, that house that you posted in mod chat though, I was like, this house is so beautiful, and that lot is so big. I would love, I would love to have that. Like when I was looking at the photos, like the interior of it, I'm like, this is how I want my house to look. Like, this is what I want. Problem with that lot, it has houses all the way. Yeah, that is true. Like I saw that, I was like, that's a lovely big lot. But yeah, to have like neighbors all the way around it, ugh. I just have neighbors on this side. I don't have anyone behind me because of the green belt, and that's what really sold me on it, was that I don't have neighbors behind me. Like it's like I do, but I don't. You know, like there's not another property line that butts up to mine. It's just this open green belt, you know, that's a community and neighborhood space. So yes, and I have high fences. I have to replace the fence on this side of my house, though. I have to cut that. We have to cut down a tree and replace the fence over there. But yeah, yeah, I could definitely see it was it being as such a big lot with such a huge backyard. Like, yeah, I could definitely see like how people could see in but I did like the aesthetics of the house, I will say. The aesthetics of the home was very beautiful. Cool. Okay. I'm trying to think what else. I might leave this down here just like this. Leave this grass the way it is. I need to figure out something for the sky. That house has sold 3 or 4 times in the last 20 years. Oh, really? Since you've been there? Gotcha. Trying to think. We were looking through like the county assessor. Oh no. Okay. So like it used to just sort of like be like a house unto itself, and then like a neighborhood started building up around it. Okay. You're like, okay. Yeah, this. They were like, can you put windows in the back? So wait. Hold on. I just read that and like it clicked the context of that statement. Okay, so I'm gonna like play by play it. So you're building the you took their view. Okay. Okay. So they were like, "Hey, you have windows in the front of your house. Can you build windows in the back of your house? Keep your windows open so that way we have a straight shot to see the view of the ocean." That clicked, like, it took me a second, but that, like, it was an audible click in my head to be like, oh, wait a second, time out. What were they asking you? Ugh. Wowzers. Ugh. I was like, man, God, the fucking audacity of people. Ugh. Just like that's my thing. It's like the audacity of humans in general. You're like, hey, we're gonna build this house. It's gonna be a fantastic. And then some person comes across the street and it's like, you took our view. Can you build windows in the back of your house so we can see the ocean? Oh, by the way, leave your blinds and curtains open. No. Fuck off. Man, fucking audacity, dude. I'm just saying. I mean, I gotta deal with like HOA fees and stuff like that, but I don't know how I would handle it if someone was like, by the way, we need you to adjust this so that way we can do this. Like, excuse you? The salt was for sale forever and nobody wanted it. Yeah, probably because of the neighbors across the street being like, don't take our view. Oh, the house is basically built on stilts? Wow. So interesting to hear, like, how, like, yeah, like, for me, like, living in Oklahoma, everything's very flat, being landlocked. I'm in a landlocked state. Everything's very flat. To hear a house being built on stilts is like, wow. Like, for me, it's like, what? It's interesting. Or like, my dad had a friend who lived in Pueblo, Colorado. Lived out in the middle of nowhere. Like, he had to get a tanker to pull his water, like to bring his water in, and he didn't have electricity. Like, he lived out like literally off the grid. And my dad went and visited him, and like the house is like literally built into like the side of a mountain. So like where one side is like the like stilts underneath, and that like housed all like his wood for the winter, you know. But I bet it's a beautiful home. Just 20 feet of cement and then rebar under foundation. Jeez. Wow. Like, you have no idea. You have no idea. That's a lot of cement. Woof. Now I have to translate this pencil into pen. I mean, that's a lot. Wow. But a lot of homes, though, I feel like are like on the West Coast, like, you know, also like California as well. A lot of houses I feel like are built that way. You know, lots of essentially built on stilts, like you said. Okay, I'm gonna use this pen here. I'm kind of turn this a little bit. Ugh, hair out of my face. So I'm assuming that house across the street then is built on stilts as well, or is at least built into the side of a hill. I don't know. Sorry, I grabbed another beer. Nope. Ugh, this beer's a mess. Interesting. Oh, I got a new brew. Wrong button. Yeah. This is the one that has the ancho chilies in it, and I'm like, whoa. Oof. Okay. Move the hair out of my face there. Ooh. It's the one I don't like, so I'm trying to drink through it fast so I don't have to worry about it. Okay. Is it just due to the location? You taking the ocean view? My sister is having her house built. Should be about done, I think. I gotta listen to... Maybe it was the house right next door that was complaining. Who knows, right? Who knows? No, my sister is having a house built, and I'm very happy for her. But I have to listen to her complain about the contractors quite a bit, and I'm like, people are fucking human, yo. You know, some things I'm like, I get it, but you know, there are things that I would like to do to this house. You've seen the white kitchen tile with that tile everywhere. Ugh, I cannot wait to get rid of it. But we'll probably focus on I gotta focus on bathrooms first, and I know that's just gonna cost a lot, so I'm like, do it. Yeah, listen, my kitchen is livable. Like, my kitchen is functional. My bathrooms are something completely different. Like, the master bath, our bathroom needs a new shower pan. I want a white tile just fucking throughout this house, like in the kitchen and then in both bathrooms. There's this white tile, and I fucking hate it. It's everywhere. So need a new shower pan. I want to get rid of all the white tile. That's number one. I want to get rid of all the white tile. So I guess I'm starting to think that I think there were, I don't want to put the blame on like the previous homeowners. I feel like they contributed to a lot of like us being like, ugh, but you know, I think also the homeowners before that as well probably contributed to a lot of things being kind of a pain in the ass. I will say I do blame the previous homeowners for painting over wallpaper. So now I have to deal with that. That's really annoying. But actually no, all the houses are different. I mean, there are some houses that look the same. But there are actually a lot of the houses don't look alike. A lot of the houses look different. Like, there are some really big, like, 2-story houses. Yeah, a lot of the houses are, they're different. I mean, there are similarities, but our house was built in 1972. We have an older home, but it's not like a track home, if that makes sense, you know? It definitely has a personality, you know? But yeah, there are houses that look similar, but they're not like replicas, you know, if that makes sense. Like, down the street on the corner, there's this huge 2-story house that has like, looks like it was like lifted from like a like when like a German style looking home, and then yeah, all the houses have a look different a little bit. So, but yeah, I think maybe the kitchens were redone in like the 90s, for sure. But it's like such a bummer, all that white tile everywhere. It breaks my heart, you know? Breaks my heart. I don't know. Like, there are some very pretty homes in our neighborhood. I wish there was a way that I could like display and show the neighborhood without like completely doxing myself, you know. But yeah, I don't think. Ahoy! Hey, Darcy Rose. Ahoy, my friend. How are you? Hello, hello. We're just talking about my house. Yeah, sure. I'll DM ya. Yeah, I'll send you a DM. And you can see, like, I don't know. It's just the neighborhood is kind of eclectic. Once you get sort of like further out, the houses kind of start looking the same, but like the further in of the neighborhood you get, the houses kind of have their own little quirks and personalities. Yeah, I'll send you a DM and you can check it out. Just got done streaming Genshin. How goes art? Art goes well. Drinking some boozahol. I'm on my third boozahol. I had a cocktail and a beer. Now I'm having another brewski. But it goes well. We're in my heart, I think I might almost be done with this. We'll see. But sorry, this camera arm. But yeah. It goes well. How is Genshin? I always look at like Boozahol for who did I heard that from Chain, I think. I think I heard Chain say Boozahol, and it just kind of got like imprinted in my brain. Because I did have booze. Like, so there was booze in this. This was a concoction of vodka, creme de violeta, which is a floral and herbal liqueur, and ginger beer. And then I was like, well, I have to show this cool beer I had. And then I had this from a local brewing company called Anthem Brewing. It's a blackberry and sour ale. I had to get it because of the art. It's how I pick my beers. And then now I'm drinking, this is from Rough Tail. It's called Sancho. It's a Mexican style ghost. It has mango, ancho, chili, and lime. It's not my favorite. I don't like the kickback of the chili in it. Sorry though. I gotta drink it so that way I can get more beer. But how's gaming? I've looked at playing Genshin before, but then there's like so many games to play. But my daughter has played Genshin before. She really likes it. Girl kiddo. Cleared a couple of quests. Leveled up my characters a bit. Nice. Always nice. I love, there's something so satisfying when you get through through a level and you level up your characters. You're like, yeah, success. I feel that way with Final Fantasy 14, which like I played a bit offline, and like now like all the quests are like fucking like dungeons and raids, and I'm like, great. But I'm so glad. It sounds like it was a great time. But yeah, we've just been arting here. We're working on our I'm wearing shorts, sorry. We're in the, it's hot here in Oklahoma. It was like 97, and so I've been wearing my booty shorts all day. I did change my shirt. I was like, I gotta put on like a presentable top. So I did change into like an actual shirt. But yeah, we're just working on our sort of, I guess, romanticizing, you know, our 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, starting with death. I'm kind of seeing if there's anything else that I need to do to it. I'll probably see, and I also was gonna do my nails today. I didn't do it. Need to probably figure out if I'm gonna do something with the actual sky. And then this part here, I kind of like this as it is. This sort of like clean space. Because the whole, and I thought about this, is like the whole idea I'm going for is like a wood carving print. They're like, I just remember, like, my friend did one of these. She went to art school, and she actually gave me the print. I think it's in the garage. But I also just remember in high school, like my AP European history classes, talking about like sort of like these German wood prints. So, you know, you carve it out of wood and then you print it on paper. So I was just trying to go for something like that. I don't know how well that looks, but that's the idea. Just kind of the four horsemen of the apocalypse looking very wistful and dreamy in these sort of quiet, serene locations. I think I'm going to work on pestilence next. This is such a strange conversation that I feel like I'm discussing right now. But like I have a sticky of pestilence. See? We're working. This is how all my sketches start. So, hey baby, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you put this up for me? Just put it back on the shelf over there. Thank you. So, yeah. Yeah, it's just been like a vibey, chill night. Surprisingly got a lot done. Drinking some brewskis. How sweet is this? Girl Kiddo made a paw print, so that's Sunshine's paw print, in some clay. I'm glad I tried. It looks good, sister. Good job. Anyways, I'm off this week, which is why I'm sort of like, I know, it's so sweet. She's just chilling right now. You going to bed, bub? I know. But yeah, I don't have to work tomorrow. I'm off this whole week, which is why I've thrown down 3 drinks. But yeah. But Darcy, how was your day? I know we talked about your stream. How was your day? Hope it was a good one. Hope it was nice and chill. Hopefully you found something that brought you joy. It's the most important thing. You can have a real shit day. As long as there's one moment in that day that can make you smile. And it's not all a waste, I suppose. I know some days I have a hard time. I wouldn't know what to do with myself if I had time off. Listen, I don't know what I'm doing with myself. I took this entire week off. Because my work feels like a game. Yeah, because I work from home. I was like, I couldn't remember if I went ahead and turned in my time card for this week. So I got online just to like check a couple things, and like I got into my workload and I was like, no, don't work. you know, I we had plans to do stuff while we were off, but those plans kind of fell through. So this whole week has just been like doing nothing. Like I went to the pool yesterday. And that was fun. We have a really nice neighborhood pool, and they had like all sorts of like floaties and toys for the kids, and like we had like they offered us like we had like an umbrella and stuff like that, but it was really windy. But it was nice. I ended up with a sunburn though. Like ended up kind of burning my shoulders a little bit. But yeah, other than that, I'm just like, what do I do? Like, I guess I can clean house, but like, I just been like, well, I don't want to do that. I want to be lazy. So I've just been doing sort of bare minimum stuff lately. I know, it's just like, So tomorrow, I will do some housework. But I've just been like, what can I do? So yeah, it's just been like sleeping in till like 8:30, which is nice, and just hanging out, working on stuff, like doing stuff that I want to do, which generally is, like I did some gaming. I could play some Final Fantasy 14 yesterday. We went to the pool. Yeah, just kind of hung out. Like I just like hung out with the kids, That's what I did. It's what I've been doing. If it weren't so hot, I'd go for a walk. Just like walk around in the neighborhood in the back of the. Sorry, I'm stretching my legs and like, oh, I can see my legs. But yeah, your work feels like a game. Define. I can tell you why my job feels like a game. It feels like an unbeatable like boss. Like I feel like I'm stuck in some like loop of dealing with like just NPCs who don't know how to deal like with their who just like keep like you just like keep going back and like trying to get the instructions, but the instructions don't make sense. So you have to like or like things are glitched. That's like my job. If I had to describe like why my work feels like a game. I build stuff like Minecraft. Well, that's fun. Well, that makes sense. Like that's fun. Listen, I get yelled at by people on the phone. But that's true. That is true. You get to build stuff like Minecraft. That's pretty cool. Absolutely. Much better than my gig. Thankful. I am thankful for my job. First and foremost. I just like want to say like again, two things can exist at once. I can be really frustrated and angry about my job, but I can also be grateful for said job. It allows me the opportunity to be at home. I don't have to pay for childcare. Childcare in and of itself, I feel, is a racket. So, a wee bit of stress added to the fun. That's true. I can definitely see that. Yeah. When you're in the construction business. My brother-in-law, one of my brother-in-laws was a carpenter, and yeah, he had to kind of deal with that stuff, kind of stress for a while. So listen, I still have this beer. I think I'm done arting for the night, but I still have beer to drink. So if y'all want to hang out while I finish this beer, that'd be cool. And we can talk about whatever. Anything, whatever. Games, music, life, what all it means. Yeah. I really, like every once in a while I'll crack open I'll crack open a beer off stream. But generally, like, for me, it's like, oh, fuck. I just made a huge fucking mess. God damn it. I think we're okay, though. We're alright. I didn't make a huge mess. The painting is fine, but I did knock over my beer. Cheers, y'all. Pull the chain break? I did. Kind of. I got a little bit of beer on my phone. So it was only on the camera part. So hopefully that's not fucked. Nope, let me see. We're going to test it. Still works. We're good. The phone still works. He should bring back the OG. So, are you talking about his the Osiris? I think I joined when he was still playing the Osiris for a little bit, and then he got the Delos. Yeah. Fucking Zaw. Let me grab a towel real quick. Thankfully, it's like right here where I can grab a towel. Hold on. It's the face he made when he spilled water all over his keyboard. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. I remember that he was like, fuck. Oh, yes, an original. I gotcha. I gotcha. I hear ya. I hear ya. Oh, there was an old emote? Okay, Faye, I know what you were... Okay. So I know what you're talking about in regards to, like that scene. That is before my time. But that's so funny that he had an emote where he's like, oh, no. See, there we go. All clean. Let me get underneath. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. I see now. I see. Alright. Do we have a preference? Do we want to keep it on this while I finish my beer? Or do we want to go to just chatting screen? It does not matter to me. I just figured we'd have something more interesting to look at than my face. Man, those clips are hysterical. They're like some of my favorite. I'm just glad I didn't tip the whole thing out. There's still quite a bit of beer left. It was like a little bit in comparison to like maybe what I made it sound like it to be. That's not bad. It's pretty cool. Oh my god, she's on the... I don't know if I can show her. Let me see if I can show her. Hold, please. Ignore my that messy corner there. Like, she's just like, what is she doing? What is my cat? What is she doing? Ah, there we go. So silly. So silly. Yeah, I like it. It's pretty, pretty cool. I feel this. I definitely feel this. Sort of like, it's gotta wait, you know? Gotta wait your turn. Gotta wait for things to happen sometimes. This wall behind is sort of like, here we go. Yeah, I don't know. I might be done with it. I don't know. I feel like there's something missing to it. So I'll need to look at it and figure it out. So. Yes, indeedy. Yeah, you can see. Yeah, you can see where I have like my living room is a typical 70s, like late 60s, early 70s living room where it's like a sunken living room, which I don't mind. But the Sunshine, what are you doing? Such a silly cat. But yeah, I guess like more sort of like more stories about the house. So the flooring, there was carpet. Tons of potential to do all the things. There's so much potential. Like in my head, I know exactly what I want to do. So the yellow, we painted that. So this is us, the yellow, because prior it was gray. Everything in this house is pretty much painted gray, including the bedrooms, and I hate it. It's not like a soft gray or like a light gray. It is like a battleship gray. So the flooring, like you can tell where they started to try and lay the laminate wood flooring, because it looks like there was carpet here before, and they ripped up the carpet, and you could tell where they started to try and like stagger it, like to do it right. And then they just said, fuck it. And they just laid like straight panels. So they just laid the panels out along each other side by side. So there's no staggering. It's just like, bloop. It's like Minecraft. Just like, so needs new laminate. So we want to pull up these floors, and I already have an idea of like a color scheme. It looks terrible, Erin. I'll send you a picture. I'll send you a DM of the floors, and you tell me what you think. But we didn't realize that when we bought the house, because we looked at the house twice. We came and we looked at the house twice. And the second time, just to make sure, like, yeah, this is the house we wanted. So they were currently living here, but they had the house staged. So they had huge furniture in here. They had a huge rug. They had like a huge like wraparound, like basically a U-shaped couch in here. And we're like, yeah, this is nice. And then like we saw the flooring and we're like, what the fuck? So yeah. And then our hallway, I think we have a picture of it. The hallway was painted like gray with black stripes, like, yeah. So I painted that. Like, it was like the first fucking thing to go was I painted the hallway white. Like I painted it because of every time. It does. And it's fine. Like, honestly, there was nothing wrong with the place we were living in. We had just outgrown it. That's really what it came down to. We had outgrown the house, and it was time for us to move. You know, we lived in a 2-story, 3-bedroom, 2-bath townhome, and we just outgrew it. And, you know, so we were looking around. We found this house perfect. Like, this house is livable. There's no issues with the house itself structurally. It's fine. But you know, it's that whole need of wanting to make something your own, to put your own style and flavor, your personality into it. So I'm definitely ready to do that. I'm ready to gut my bathrooms, gut the kitchen, get rid of all this tile. I'll deal with the wainscoting that's in here. So yes, totally get that. So I don't know. I'm just rambling at this point because I got beer to finish. Oh, as I was saying before I knocked this fucking beer over, I normally don't. I'm a social drinker, so I like drinking with my friends, you know? Every once in a while, I'll have, like, a drink at home. Like, I'll have, like a glass of wine or a beer. But generally, like, I drink with my friends. So when I'm, like, on stream, it's like I'm drinking with my friends. I'm a social drinker. So making folks' houses their homes. Aw, I love that. Yeah, that's really what it comes down to. It's just like finding the time. I have the energy. Like, I can make the energy, but it's really like finding the time and the money to like get in there and do what I want to do here, you know? And when you know, 40 hours a week at a normie job, plus, you know, taking care of a family, like finding that time can be really hard, you know? And I kind of want to do what I can myself, but I know at some point I'm gonna have to call people in to take care of the things that I can't do, you know? My eyes are watering. But yeah, it's really what I want. Like, I have an idea, I have a vision. Sure, like when people come to you, they're like, here's the vision. Sorry, maybe I missed it. Are we talking about social drinking? Are we talking about finding the time to do what we want around our houses? Cause yeah, I have like I said, I have a whole idea, a whole plan in my head. Both. Cheers. I'll cheers that. But yeah, you know, like I really want to paint the outside of the house. Like, I have like a vision for the outside of the house. And then of course sort of doing all the work inside the house. I just know that lifting the tile from cuz that white tile that's in the kitchen on the floor, it runs through the dining room to the entryway. So it's sort of this whole space that's with this white tile, and I know it's going to be a fucking pain in the ass to get all that up and lifted, you know? And I might need to call someone in to do that. I don't want to. That's just like, I don't want to spend that money, but I know, like, that is what I want to get rid of. That is the number one thing, is just all the white tile in this house. First and foremost. I love this playlist. It's so good. I will say I was pretty excited when during the Lego building competition on Chain Stream when they were playing the medieval, like the Renaissance playlist, because I listen to that playlist legit all the time. It's like one of my favorite playlists. I work with a designer directly, and they work with the clients. They work with. Then she'll come to me and ask if it'll work. If not, we go over what my team's gonna do. Yeah. Yeah. My dad recommended ignore the. I gotcha. I got you. Yeah. I don't know. I think Will and we've been in here. We might maybe wait until we're officially like second year in the house. To maybe look at refinancing and see if maybe we can get something to help with some of the remodeling of the house. Maybe bring in an outside designing company. Like my dad had his bathrooms redone, and and they did a good job. But like they did both their bathrooms at once, and so they were kind of without like a shower and like a toilet for a while. And I'm like, I can't do that. One bathroom at a time. So I don't know how that works. But yeah, the main two things that will definitely have to have like professionals, probably more than likely professionals come in, is the 2 bathrooms and then the kitchen. Because the kids' bathroom, so the main bathroom, that's not the master bath. It's very 70s. I guess like that's the best way to put it. Very 70s. So you had like the sink with the vanity, and then a door, and then the tub and the shower. So what we want to do is, and then a door that leads into Girl Kiddo's room. So we want to close off that wall, so that way she doesn't, like, there's not a door there. So we want to wall that door off, and then knock out sort of the door frame where that weird door was. We already took off the door. Like, the door is a pain in the ass, so we just took it off. So, and make it where it's more streamlined in there. And then in our bathroom, again, there's so much white tile. I want to get rid of it. New shower pan, new vanities in both. Like, just kind of like update it a little bit without it feeling like out of place for the house. If that makes sense. Like, I want it to still fit within the house. I don't want it to look completely out of place. I went to go put this lip gloss on, but then I realized it's a black lip gloss, and I'm like, that'll look weird if I put that on right now. Hey, baby. Yeah. Ooh, I'm gonna sleep well tonight. I have not slept well the last few nights. I am gonna sleep well tonight. I have sort of like in my head gone through like, what do I want the house like to look like? Like, what do I want it to be at the end of the day? And at the end of the day, I just want it to be lighter. Like I said, there's a lot of gray. If you modernize the bathroom, do you plan on updating the entire space at some point? Yeah, I think, I would like to say eventually. I would like to say, because again, the house was built in 72. There seems to be, but it doesn't feel that way, if that makes sense. Except for this sunken living room. But I know Will is wanting, because there's a wall. So on the other side of these monitors is a wall. And then on the other side of the wall is like the kitchen. So he was talking about, well, maybe we kind of open this up. And I'm like, well, I don't see how we can open this up because we have the fridge, like, and all that there. So I think it really just comes down to like making the house lighter, because we have like these beautiful windows in the front, we have these big beautiful windows in the back. Take it out. You say take it out? I don't know, because like you already have to sort of like step down into the living room. Yeah. So I don't know. I think for that, we'll definitely have to get a designer involved. That's exactly what your boss would say. Like, just fucking take out this wall. I don't think we could take out this wall. Like, I'm looking at it, and there's no way that in my head, I could take out this wall. Because I would be losing space, I think. And honestly, also, she makes us do it all the time. And honestly, listen, also, I would lose my streaming corner. This is my streaming corner. We have talked about updating the garage and making it sort of more of an office space, but I don't know. She makes you do it all the time. She makes you take out that wall. She's like, take out that wall. You don't need it. We have definitely taken down a lot of doors in this house because this house had so many doors. Again, this house was built in 1972. So there's a door here. And then there's a little hallway. And then there's our bedroom door. And then in the little hallway, there's an entrance that goes into the laundry room. And then from the laundry room, it goes into the kitchen. We took out the doors that go to the laundry room and then the doors that go into the kitchen. It just didn't make sense. You're removing walls or completely removing them? Yeah, I don't know. I'm like literally, I'm just letting you know, like I'm looking around like she's like, yeah. I mean, I get it. Like, especially if you're trying to modernize a home, sort of removing walls, I get. Absolutely. But like in this house, the only wall I can think of is maybe extending, like removing the, well, no, because that wouldn't make sense. We're talking about like home reno. I'm here for it. So, because I definitely want to like square off the entryway over here. There's an entryway, there's like a little arch thing that goes into the dining room, and then there's a little like doorway arch for the entryway, and then from the entryway into the dining room there's a little arch. So it's like, and then of course you have like this sunken living room. I don't know. It's a lot. I have many ideas, many thoughts. Will they come to fruition? Who knows? But I definitely am looking forward to the day that the master bath is taken care of. For sure. I know, like, we talked about, like, well, can we make it bigger? Because, again, this house is old. It's from the 70s, so it has a master bath, but I don't think it's, like, what would be considered a modern master bath, which is fine. I don't take baths. I take showers, so it's like whatever. But I don't want to sacrifice the space in our master bathroom to make, or in our master bedroom, in the bedroom, to make the master bath bigger. I should see if I can get you some pictures of a recent job we did. I had this really tiny kitchen. I took all of them out and put in a massive kitchen. Completely different house now. The previous owner can't believe it. Oh, wow. Yeah, absolutely. Listen, I love design. I just really love anything that like is aesthetically and beautiful, to be honest. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, I would love to see it. I feel like we have a pretty good sized living room, so I don't feel like there's anything that necessarily needs to like be done with the living room except for take care of the like janky ass floors, like where all the plank, like the laminate wood flooring is like laid straight and not staggered. I would love to see that. Oh yes, please send it to me. But like the main things are absolutely like inside the house is the kitchen and of course the 2 bathrooms, and it's just because they're dated. Like before we moved in, like we told him like you have to fix the plumbing issue in the in that front bathroom. You know. And then like our master bath is like, yeah, it's just totally dated and kind of gross, to be honest. It's just like one of those things. It's an old house, and you know, there might have been an update, I'm assuming probably in the 90s, but other than that, don't chase her.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I'd love to see it. Going back to your message, I would love to see it. This little Miss Meow Meow. Meow. And then the outside of the house, plans as well. Like I said, I definitely want to paint. I hate painted brick. Like for whatever reason, and I feel like this is like my dad rubbing off on me, I hate the look of painted brick. The house next door is like painted white brick, but I definitely want to paint the garage and the siding. And in the backyard, we have 2 trees we have to cut down. One tree is dead, and then the other one definitely impedes with the fence. And the fence on this side absolutely needs to be replaced. So it's just like, you know, finding the time, the monies to do all that. Hopefully soon, you know. Hopefully Lady Luck will strike us and we'll be able to do all of that. You know. This is fine. It really is fine. Listen, and again, I go back to, yeah, I want all these things, but we're very lucky to have found this house, to have purchased this house for the price that we got it for the asking price, and to live in a really nice neighborhood. So it's like, the house isn't lowball. It is. Listen, it is not James and Kat's house. You know, and the pain that they're going through with that, I would have lost my fucking mind. I would have been like, I cannot do this. So they are 1000% better people than me. Like, there was a house, another older house. I think it was built around the same time in a different neighborhood, and it was closer to where our kids' previous school. So it's closer to that school. We're like, great, we can still go here, but it needed so much work on it. Like, they were selling it as is, and I was like, oh no. And, you know, our realtor was our friend. Like, he's my friend. He's one of my coworkers. And so he was like, listen, this is a fixer-upper. If you want that, great. However, I'm going to tell you, don't buy this house. And because is this be too much work? And so, I realize that, and I'm really grateful. Like, the bones of this house are fine. Like, on the surface, it's like, yeah, I can paint and it'll be okay. Do I need to update the kitchens and bathrooms? Yeah, but they're functional, Not having to deal with other crazy stuff, Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Whew. I'm gonna drink some water. I finished that beer, but I realized I've just been like sucking that thing down and drinking 0 water. It is very hard. It's very hard to see below surfaces. I absolutely agree. Yeah. Again, it's just like, and that's my thing as well. Like, it's just, I'm waiting for the day where something goes wrong in this house. But I think maybe that's just how I am. I'm always waiting for the shoe to drop. For things to be like, you didn't have it as good as you thought you did. That did kind of happen this year. I'm going to be real honest. Like, I was like, ooh, this is going too good. This is going too good. And then, like, this year, a shoe dropped. And I'm like, well, fuck. There it is. But yeah, it's very hard to see below the surface. Especially when, like, in this, like, for this house, it's very, the things are very cosmetic, I will say, though, the inspector, when we had the house inspected, we had to have the house inspected twice, because the first time they were like, they noticed an electrical issue, and they were like, full stop, you take care of this first, and then and only then will we complete it. And it was because of the age of the house, it was the aluminum to copper wiring situation. And then I think there was some stuff in the attic with wiring where they were like, you have to take care of this, full stop. So, like, I had to pay for that shit, which was really annoying. But thankfully it wasn't too much. They paid for the electrical, and then they had to pay for plumbing. I had to pay for the inspector twice, and then the pest control. Then I had to pay for pest control to come out to do an inspection. And I guess they had to take care of a potential mouse issue. But you're right. Like, I didn't know about the wallpaper that was painted. They had just someone had just textured the wallpaper and then painted over it, Yeah, no, I'm very fortunate to know and have a friend who is a realtor who wasn't just trying to sell me a house to sell me a house. Like, he knew me, he knew William, he knew my kids, and I had known him for 5+ years. Like, we worked together. So I realize, like, being very fortunate, like, that the stars aligned, so to speak, But yeah, I absolutely I mean, I believe in being better safe than sorry. Thankfully, we had the money at the time, to be able to be like, oh, okay. To kind of like grit my teeth through it. So, again, I realize, generally speaking, very fortunate, very lucky, and to have this place in that for the most part, the things are very cosmetic issues with this house, you know? Easy stuff. At the end of the day, it's easy stuff. So I try and like, I don't know. I guess that's what I try and do. I try and be like, you know what? This sucks. Like, I acknowledge that for me in this situation, it sucks, but I am very fortunate that it's just like aesthetics. Like, it's like, okay, you know what? I don't like how my bathroom looks. There's all this fucking white tile, and whoever laid this shower pan did a really shitty job, but it's fine. It's fine, you know? It's fine. Oof. Oh man, I could talk for hours about house stuff. I love talking about it. It's just, I love going to like Home Depot and Lowe's. We go to Lowe's. We don't go to Home Depot's. I try and spend my dollars at a place that sort of holds at least similar ethical values like I do. But yeah, I could totally talk about house stuff and design and all that, like all of that for hours. I love it, you know? Like one of my favorite things to do, and I know the kids don't like it, so usually if it's just, I try and be like, hey, let's go. I love just walking around Lowe's and like looking at flooring and paint. All of it. It's just fantastic. But I guess it just kind of goes into sort of like this stuff as well. Like I like things to be aesthetically pleasing. I want things to look nice to my eyes. So, all right, we're gonna finish this water so that way I'm not, and I'll probably have to grab something to like nibble on before bed. Because if I don't eat something like carby, like something with carbs in it before bed, I'm gonna feel like shit in the morning. Because I can feel it. Like I'm like, oh, I'm a little drunk right now. Just a little bit. I'm more of a chatty Cathy when I'm drinking. You know? Ah. Well, what a lovely stream. What a lovely time this has been. Same, you're a little drunk as well. You're like, woo! Hey man, listen. Cheers. At some point, I have to end the stream. Otherwise, legitimately, I would go grab another drink. Because again, this is like hanging out with friends. Like, I'm hanging out with my friends at this point. I am socially drinking with my pals. I pulled the ciders out. They hit pretty hard. Will agree. I will concur. Listen, I've had, what was in this? I did not do a super heavy pour of vodka on this, but it was a mixed drink with like vodka and that liqueur. It was pretty tasty. Oh, so good. And then what is this? Let's examine. So this is 5.3. The bloop. This guy. He's 5.3. And then this guy. I'm glad it showed me like best served. Where's the content? Where's the percentage on this? Sorry, I was trying not to burp in the microphone. What the shit? Either I am completely looking past it. If I was smart enough, I would be like, let's pull up Lowe's and look at flooring. I'd pull up shit and we could look at stuff together. Yeah, I don't know what the percentage on this one. How beautiful is this can, by the way? This one was solely purchased because of the can. Was because of the art on the can. 100% placebo drink. I guess. Let's see if we can find it together. So yeah, it's called Sancho. Mango tart seductive. Please. Worth it. Mexican style. It's funny, and maybe because I'd been drinking, like I had other drinks before, but I don't taste the ancho chili like I had tasted it, like if I was just like, if this was my first drink. Rough Tail Brewing Company, 12-ounce ale. Best served, giving. I feel really stupid right now. Because I feel like I should be able to see this. You know what? To Google. It's beautiful art. I love the art. Okay, we're going to do some.
philosophynow.org, they say.
Google.
The fundamental difference between art and beauty
Hey, Google.
is that art is about who has produced
Hey
it.
Google.
Stop. My eyes are not that drunk. We're gonna go just chatting. So that way you can see this face up close if you wanted to. If not, sorry. Anthem Brewing Sancho. We're gonna just Google it. See what Google says. Because I'm curious. Tell me Anthem Brewing. Actually, you can go to Anthem Brewing. I know where it's at. It's a very nice place. Beer. Oh, they have so many. They have stouts. I don't like stouts. I know. I hate stouts. 5.5. Did you look it up? Look at you looking things up. They have a lot of really good beers. They have. Yeah, they have the super fancy apple cider is so good. You're like, you looked it up. Good for you. Yeah, the super fancy is a 7.7. It's really good. Their apple cider is very delicious. It's one of my favorites, but I have to be really careful because it hits me hard. They have a Pilsner. I really love a Mexican lager. I love a Mexican beer. It's so good. According to Tipsy Truck Delivery, I'll believe it. Listen, I believe it. So I've had so this one was 5.3, 5.5 vodka. Yeah, I'm a little, I feel it in my fingers, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like, feels good. Okay. I'm trying to see. Yeah, I know exactly where this place is because I drive by it every once in a while. It's very delicious. But anyways, if you can get Anthem Brewing, I highly recommend it. They're very delicious. Very good. They're very good. I only drink... there are exceptions, of course. I did have those Jack Daniels cocktail drinks, and they were all right. They were okay. Ugh. Okay. Oh my god. They have a holiday ale that's 9.9 or 9.0. Jeez. It's called Festivus Winter. It's a holiday ale. You know what? I have had their Oktoberfest, their their Marzen style lager. I did not like it. So I take back what I said earlier, being like, I haven't had an Anthem Brewing beer that I didn't like. No, I had their Oktoberfest beer. I did not like it. But they're super fancy. Delicious. It's an apple cider. It's so good. But like I said, I have to be really careful because it knocks me on my ass. One, and I'm like, we're good here. I'm just seeing what they have. This is new. Anyways, yeah, Anthem Brewing. It's delicious. And then the other one is Rough Tail. So Rough Tail and Anthem, it was Rough Tail that I've been to. Rough Tail, I haven't been to Rough Tail, but I know where their brewery is located at. So, I'm just rambling at this point. It's like I'm hanging. Listen, we're hanging out, we're chilling, we're vibing. We're literally having drinks together. So this is what I'm like. If you ever want to know what it's like to have drinks with the Atomic Pirate Girl, it's like this. I sit around and I just talk about anything and everything. But at some point we have to say goodbye, right? At least for now, temporarily. For the short term. But I think we did we got some great progress done. Right? Looks lovely. I really am happy with how this has turned out. I don't know if it's done, but I'm very pleased with it. I think it looks fantastic. We vibed, we hung out, we had lots of laughs, lots of drinks. My shoulders are sore. We're fine. I'm fine. Actually, my shoulders aren't really that sore. I'm saying it's the booze hall. I'm thinking it's the booze that's keeping me loosey-goosey, a little not feeling so much of it. As of 3 hours ago, I saw that! I saw where Spirit Box has a new song on YouTube. I think they had posted something on Instagram, and like right before I went live, I was like, oh, that looks amazing. I'm gonna have to watch it. I'm gonna have to listen to it later. Fuck. Can we talk about, okay, we're gonna be talking. Let's talk. Let's talk about Spirit Box. I love Spirit Box so much. I'm trying to get my brother, the one who calls Kiesels Kessels, my only brother. I'm trying to convince him to go see Ghost, because I've seen Ghost. I saw Ghost in 2017. Fantastic live show. But I want him to, like, experience Spirit Box. Like, I really want him to, so that way he can, like, yeah. I've never seen Spirit Box. I want to see Spirit Box. I think they're fantastic. I think Courtney LaPlante is wonderful. I think her husband Mike, I don't know his last name, but he's a really interesting guitar player. Like, I love listening to his riffs and all of that. I just think that they do really smart songwriting, you know. She has a beautiful voice, and her just so, they're from here and I've never seen them. What? Oh my gosh. They're from the same place as Unleash the Archers, right? Like, all of you're like in that area. But I feel like Spirit Box kind of were under the radar and just like knew when to hit. Like, they just careful planning, I think. I think it was a combination of like reaction channels on YouTube, because I'm gonna be real honest, that was my first experience with Spirit Box, was Holy Roller on YouTube, and it was like a reaction video, and I was like, what the fuck, this is so good. Okay, gotcha. Okay, same difference really. Okay, so that was like my first experience with Spirit Box, was YouTube from a reaction channel. And I think just like YouTube reaction channels, plus like I think some really well timed single releases have just like just shot them to where they are. So I think they're doing really interesting things, literally a boat ride away from each other. Okay. Yeah, I kind of heard that from Grant, because I think originally, or at least Brittany had mentioned how they were, or was it Grant and Andy, I think, are sort of from that area, but now they're, of course, like they moved and they are all centered in Vancouver. But I definitely am aware of Victoria. So but yeah, I'm excited for Spirit Box. I want to see Spirit Box. They're playing in Austin, but I don't think I'll be able to go, which sucks. I would love to see Ghost again. I'd love to see Spirit Box. Mastodon, I'm kind of like, I could take or leave. You know? Not that I don't have an issue with Mastodon. I have to be really in the mood to listen to Mastodon. So, but yeah. It's a lot of things are kind of like, I gotta be in the mood. I gotta be in the mood to listen. And Mastodon is one of those bands where if they come on, like if they're like on a playlist and I listen to them, like, oh, this is cool. Like I won't skip the song, but at the same time, I'm not actively listening to Mastodon personally. But I'm trying again. My brother, I think they're playing in Austin in August, Corpus Christi as well, and then yeah, it's just not like, I don't know. There's just something about Mastodon that just doesn't like catch my ear. But I feel like that's that way with some bands as well. Like I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool. But like I explained to my brother like recently, because again, my brother, like I said, he's a big influence on sort of like my love for metal and like everything like that. I told my brother recently, like, yeah, I've sort of like been going to like sort of like this mellow death, like melodic death metal, and he's like, oh. Yeah, I was like, no, really, it's good. You should listen to it. He's like, I don't know. My brother is technically a Gen Xer, so like, he can definitely fall into, that line of thinking of like, oh well, modern metal, blech. You know, because sometimes I do catch them like, come on, man. You know. But at the same time, like, he's got his ear in, like, he introduced me to Ghost. He introduced me to Twin Flames. He's introduced me to a lot of really interesting kind of metal and things like that. But yeah, at the same time, anytime it's like, he's like, no, thank you. You know. I mean, hell, when my mom rides with me in the car, generally I'll try and play something like this, right? I try and play like lo-fi beats or whatever. But every once in a while, I'm like, no, I gotta listen to something that I love. And I played Amorphous one time, and she's like, oh, I really like this. And I'm like, I know, right? But my mom is funny. Because you wouldn't think, seeing my mom, that she's like into um like The Walking Dead, like the walk. I've told this story numerous times about my mom, like how I called her and I was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" She's like, "Folding laundry and watching Saw 2." I'm like, "What the fuck?" Like, you wouldn't think that, but that's my mom. She's like this, like, 4'11", tiny woman, and she's all like bonds with my brother over The Walking Dead, and then watches like crazy horror movies from time to time. Just like the things I catch her saying, I'm like, what? Anyways. Again, I could talk on and on. Fair. Okay. That is fair. Everyone. Okay. This is drunk. Okay. That logical Candace is popping in here at the moment. Absolutely. Everyone has their right to like a preference of taste. You know, I get that. Absolutely. That's fair. I think my brother is kind of old school, you know, in regards to sort of like, whenever I think of my brother, I think of like the metal he listened to was like shit, like Skid Row, you know, Metallica, Megadeth, like the classics, you know, maybe, you know, some Testament, that sort of thing. So that's definitely true. I think things do grow on you, acquired taste. Like Coheed and Cambria. I didn't get Coheed and Cambria when I first heard Coheed and Cambria. I was like, what is this? But after a while, I'm like, oh, I understand. And then, like, I think Claudio Sanchez has one of the most, like, before, I was like, his vocals, absolutely not. But now, I think Claudio Sanchez has some of the most unique vocals, and he has an incredible range of vocal technique, you know? So, yeah, I get that. Again, Drunk Pirate, this is logical Candace coming in. And being like, you're absolutely, yes. Drunk Pirate Girl was running her mouth. That's fair. Definitely fair. So, and a beer. Can you hear it? Okay. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I prefer clean vocals as well. But at the same time, I think the storytelling. I look at the storytelling. If the storytelling aspect of it requires those harsh vocals, then I'm totally in. So, what's up? You're telling me goodnight again? Okay. Vibes, right? Just vibes. We're having good vibes this evening. Fantastic vibes. Oh man. Oh goodness me. So, yeah, I don't know. Again, like I said, I could go on and on. On and on and on. Oh dear. Arr, me, scallywags. Being a scallywag there. Well, let's, I'd be glad to see that you earned enough of your channel points back to be able to redeem and talk like a pirate. Now, I will say, I know most people say, shouldn't rum be your favorite drink of choice, your favorite clap of thunder? And I say, nay. I say it is the brewskis be my favorite beer of choice, my favorite boozahol. But we worked on this tonight, and I'm so glad we did, mateys and scallywags. It looks very lovely. It is coming to place into place with the thoughts in me head. It's coming into fruition. Indeed it is. And listen, I'm going to be real honest with you. Can we be taught? Can we be honest? Can we parlay? Parlay. Rum is definitely my go-to liquor. You know, I have to say, rum is not my go-to liquor. I would have to say, my go-to liquor is vodka. You wouldn't think it, but a nice Red Bull vodka, aye, it'd be delicious. Rum, for some reason, it's. I feel like maybe it'd be the spiced rum, but I feel like the rum is too sweet. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely understand the flavoring behind it. I have had the rum and cokes before, and give me a nice vodka drink. Drink some vodka drink. You drink some whiskey drink. You drink some lager drink. You drink, oh, what was it? It was Tub Thumper by the old Chumbawamba. That'd be. I can't do spiced. I do. You know, I get the spice rum. I think for me the spice rum is a little bit too much, you know, but the time is that was a terrible talk like a pirate. Holy fuck. I can do this. I'm all for spicy food, but spicy drink, nah. Fair, agreed. I think actually, you know what? I have to say, I take that back. So I would say vodka is my number 2 go-to like liquor. I'm gonna have to go with like a nice tequila. Recently has been my go-to. I don't have any tequila currently. I have a vodka, and then I have like a Bacardi. I didn't get the spice Bacardi. I got like the old regular Bacardi. But like I don't like the Malibu rum where it's got like the coconut in it. I'm not here for that. I'm not big into that. For me that's too much. But I enjoy a nice tequila for sure. Not a dark tequila, but like a nice light tequila. Very good. You know, the clear tequila, so to speak. Oh, now I want spicy food. I've been wanting mozzarella sticks, and now I want spicy food. There's this Chinese restaurant that makes like a really delicious like Szechuan deep fried eggplant. Oh, it's so good, and that's what I want right now is Szechuan fried eggplant with some fried rice and a scallion pancake. Oh, that sounds so good. It sounds so good, right? But what I'll probably end up making when I finally eventually like in stream is I'm probably gonna make myself a frozen burrito. I don't get paid till Friday. Shit's tight right now, so I've got to sort of be aware of what I'm spending. So I have like one lone frozen burrito. Szechuan anything sounds. Oh man, I fucking love spicy food so much. I will say, like, I did meet my match when I had like Vindaloo, so Indian spicy. That Vindaloo, I think it was Vindaloo eggplant. Oh, I tapped out. I was like, I cannot even eat this. But yeah, the Szechuan eggplant, it was really good. I'll have to see if I can track down the place that I ordered it from again, but I've had it twice, and it was perfectly crisp. So I had like the Szechuan eggplant. I had a scallion pancake, which was fucking phenomenal. And then, because it had like the scallions in it, and the pancake was like nice and flaky. It was so good. And then, was it fried rice? think it was fried rice or some sort. I don't remember exactly. I think I had fried rice one time and then like a nice lo mein. Ugh. I dream of that Szechuan eggplant and that scallion pancake. I dream of it. It's so good. It's just like perfectly spicy. It's like, it's not super hot, but there's like a perfect balance of spice, heat, and flavor. And it's like, so good. And then, of course, mozzarella sticks, but I don't have that. I have a frozen bean burrito in the yeah, I'm gonna make that. I'm gonna make that when I'm done, so that way I don't wake up too much with a hangover. Anyways. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for hanging out. I'm gonna go ahead and call it. I'm gonna go ahead and end stream before cause I could talk for hours, honestly, about anything and everything. Anything and everything. So I will end it here because I am out of water. I'm out of boozahol, or at least I'm out of like the things that I have. And I really, really have to pee again. So I'll be back Friday, Final Fantasy Friday. It'll be fun, like always. We'll probably end up doing a bunch of dungeons and raids. So it might be a little boring at first, but we'll get into it. It'll be fun. And yeah, we'll see if we're done with this or if we start on Pestilence. This conversation is so weird. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate you and everyone who's lurking. I tip my imaginary hat to ya. And it's I mean, for me, it's fucking 12:15 a.m. So there is no one on. I'm not gonna entertain the idea of raiding someone. But I will definitely see you soon, very soon. And yeah, I love your faces, number one. If no one's told you this today, I'm really fucking proud of you. Absolutely. We did what we needed to do, whatever that was. You are loved, you are valued, you are allowed to hold space. And yeah, if you're ever given an opportunity to be a pirate, and be a pirate, please. Ooh woo. Live wild, live free, be untamable. Thank you so much. I'll see you real soon. And have a good night. Goodbye.